Throughout gaming history, there have been countless fighting games that released which have attempted to become the next big title, the likes of Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. And such was the case with Clayfighters. Clayfighters was a very quirky and unique type of fighting game, some would say. It sold fairly decent at the time due to the interest spike of that particular genre. And of course, with popular titles, there are sequels to come. But there was one version of Clayfighters that was announced and then silently forgotten. And so in today's video, we'll be looking at Clayfighters Call of Putty. Clayfighters was released for the Super Nintendo on November 1993 and was later ported to the Sega Genesis a few months later. Now Clayfighters wasn't particularly good, so to speak, but it came during a time where the internet didn't exist and gamers were hungry for a new style fighting game. And Clayfighters did just that. It mashed up very uniquely styled characters the likes of a snowman, a blob, a Viking princess, a clown, and the list goes on. With its sequel including some cameos from other video game characters, including Earthworm Jim and Boogerman. So obviously it attracted kids to make their parents go out and get the game. Now along with this game's popularity, of course, came sequels, 2 to be exact. Clayfighters 2 in 1995 for the Super Nintendo, and Clayfighters 63 1/3 for the newer Nintendo 64 in 1997. Now sometime after this sequel was released, in 2009 to be exact, Interplay announced the return of the Clayfighter games. This new game was to be released for the Wii and the Nintendo DSi. The new project was dubbed Clayfighters Call of Putty, obviously a running joke to the Call of Duty franchise. This game was supposed to be an updated version of Clayfighters 63 1/3 and was planned to be released in 2011 for the Wii U and the DS. But it soon vanished into limbo and in the end it was never released. Now it was supposed to include a story mode, a training mode, a multiplayer mode where up to 2 players can battle it out, and Claytalities would have made a return as well. The game's intended release was to be sometime in 2011. Now additionally, both consoles that it was planned to be released for were retired due to the Nintendo 3DS being released and obviously the Nintendo Wii U replacing the Wii. Now with no official word of the fate of the project, it has been assumed to be cancelled, which obviously it was since it never came out. Although it isn't exactly sure why this game was cancelled and never finished. Now many speculate that the reason why this game was canned was due to the fact that the hardware that they were being produced on were simply going to die out to the newer consoles. Now again, since not much is known of this game's production or features, what is known is the roster that was to be included in the game. In November of 2010, Nintendo Power ran a quick feature of the game and mentioned a few of its fighters. 16 total to be exact. Some of them including Bad Mr. Frosty, Kung Pao, High Five, Bonker, Lady Liberty, and Sumo Santa. Now it was also rumored that Boogerman and Earthworm Jim were to make a return. The article also made mention of the standard 3-punch and 3-kick mechanic, and also the meter-based super moves, as well as confirming the 3 different modes that were rumored, which were story mode, training mode, and exhibition. Now unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, other than these sampled beta clips, there really isn't much known about this game. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is all we know of Clayfighters Call of Putty. Thank you guys for watching. Check out some of our other videos if you'd like. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter to suggest any future videos for the channel. And I'll see you all next time.